6+ years in product R&D. With such great minds on board with us, we are sure we can impart a great deal of learning. I welcome you, sir, and request you to kindly elucidate us with your words.
Okay, thank you so much, Yati ma'am. It was very good and a brief introduction that you have given. Thank you so much for inviting me today. Today's topic is industrial IoT, and if I talk about myself, like I've been doing or working in the IoT domain, like now it's been like more than 8 to 9 years. We have been providing different solutions to different verticals of the industry. It's sometimes it's healthcare, sometimes it's what I would say it's like process industry. It is sometimes it is manufacturing industry. So we have seen a lot of changes from last 20 to 25 years. If you see the technology, it has been changed, and that technology is being utilized in the industry, with the help of which they are actually evolving and doing the things in a smart way. So I won't be taking you through like a lot of PPTs and different like theoretical concepts. I'll be showing you certain applications. I'll be showing you certain videos of some of the project that we have done, and I'll be briefing you about what is industrial IoT is all about. And if you some of you like might be student and some of you are the professionals, so if you want to switch towards the Internet of Things, or you want to create certain kind of a projects in Internet of Things, so what should be your path to follow, and what kind of technology learning that you should have, as because there are numerous things. Certain level of skill set is required, and after that, like I would say, after learning the skill sets, how to apply that skill set, that is again very important part. So let's start with one thing. Let me share you my screen, and there is one very important slide which will come in front of you. So I hope everyone can see the slide of mine.
Yeah, it's visible.
Okay, okay. So if you see in this slide, so it is showing you the complete evolution of the industry. And I'm telling you, this slide is good enough to tell you what are the things which is happening earlier in 70s, and then now in 2021 we are. So what are the different aspects which have been changed? So if we see earlier, like it's being like in 1700s, what they used to have is they used to have these steam engines. They used to have the different mechanical structures to do certain tasks. And before that, like everything was being built and done with the help of the hands only. So they have like the engineering mind evolved, and they try to implement certain things like steam engines and then the mechanical structures to just do certain small automation. And after that, like in 90s, like, or you can say very initial stages of 90s, what happens, that is being said as a industry 2.0, wherein we have seen the mass productions and the generation of the electricity. So with the help of which, what we had seen is we had seen the conveyor lines on which different products are being implemented with the help of the machinery, and that machinery is capable of delivering the numerous products in one day, which was not possible earlier with the help of the manual processes, or every time the manual labor is doing the task, that was impossible at that point of time. So with the evolution of industry 2.0, the mass production was happening, started happening, and with the help of the electricity, the introduction of the motors, the conveyor lines and the assembly line was possible, and that was again a revolution. And after that, when like we get into the industry, and like we have seen in 2000s and 2003 and 4, that the automation was the major part, which is actually which had taken over the industry completely. Everywhere you see the PLCs, the programmable logic controllers and the drives, and you have the SCADA system installed, which has completely automated the process of making the products. For example, there is a Mitsubishi, there is the Maruti Suzuki plant in Manesar, nearby Gurgaon, and that particular plant is completely automated with the help of the robotic arm, right from the carbon sheet till the manufacturing of the Maruti Swift. In any of the process, none of the human is involved. It is totally a automated process, and that was possible just because of the evolution of the PLCs and the robotic arms and the different kind of a firmwares which are written over there, and the different SCADA system which is there. So that was your industry 3.0. I'm talking like 8 to 9 years back. That was fully automated at that time. But now if we talk about, there is a evolution of the automation as well. So some of you might have the idea about the Internet of Things. So Internet of Things, with the because of that Internet of Things, this industry 4.0 have come up. So let me tell you what it is. For example, we have a physical device. For example, I have a device, say my chair only. Okay. And I want to, or for example, you have your classroom. In that classroom, you have multiple chairs, right? The chair is your physical device. I'm giving a very basic example so that you'll understand what it is. So chair is your physical device. Let me put a small object detecting sensor in that. For example, that's an IR sensor that everybody knows it. So what we did is we just installed a IR sensor in all the 60 or 70 seats which are there in your classroom. Okay. And we have connected all that sensor with one small controller that you might have the idea also. Let's say, for example, Node MCU, it can be Arduino, which is very easier to understand, or very easy to like process or program as well. And we have a Raspberry Pi also, we have BeagleBone also. But let's take a Node MCU that is very easy to program using Arduino IDE. So we have connected all that sensors with that Node MCU, and we have connected that Node MCU with the internet with the help of a Wi-Fi, which is already there in the Node MCU. And we are sending the the status of all those sensors on my server. For example, let's say, for example, there is a IoT server, or there is a normal server or website available wherein you can just show the status of those sensors in the form of green and red. So let's say if somebody is sitting on that particular chair, that IR sensor will give you signal high. If there is nobody on that chair, it will give you signal 0. And that is right away with the help of the wired connection to your Node MCU. It is sending all the data to my Node MCU. And after that, my Node MCU has the capability of processing that data, converting it into a packets, and send it directly to my web server. And if the data reach to your web server, then that's very easy to open your mobile phone, open your just enter your URL, and you can see the status of your seats. So before entering a seat, I can know which seat is green or which seat is red. So this is a very simple example of the IoT I'm telling you. This is what I'm automating my physical device. That physical device, which was my chair, we have connected that particular physical device to the internet, and now the status of that particular device is available on my mobile phone. So that kind of revolution has been brought up by the this Internet of Things. So this is one example. These days you might have seen so many game servers are there, like all everybody, like PUBG is very common, like everybody knows it. So we have pool also, we have Ludo also. All these particular games are connected on one particular web server, and anybody throughout the globe can connect with each other and start with each other. This is again a very, you can say, evolved version of the gaming industry which we are seeing right now. So that again is possible with the help of the IoT only. But that IoT is like only on the software side. They are connected, the Netflix, that all the binge the video servers are available with the help of which you're actually watching the videos on the go. So that is again the evolution of the different web servers which are available. And that and now people have got the idea from this. Yeah, if these things are coming up, the The servers are so much open now that they can be distributed throughout the globe with the help of the cloud computing, with the help of the complete distributed system. So why can't we connect all my processes with the internet? So that is what, where some of them, like some of the PhD student or some of the MTech student or some of I would say the engineering graduates like BTech students might have thought this idea that if these game servers and these video servers are available, so why can't we process the automation then? Well, why can't we automate or monitor the process which is happening inside the industry via mobile phone? Or why can't we send that data to the server? So that is where the revolution comes up. They have done the one of the POC with it. So they've taken, let's say, for example, you can take any industry. These days also in India, it is not that much, I would say, that much awareness which is there in the industry. So outside the India, if we talk about, almost all the industry is being connected with the internet now, and everybody has moved towards the industrial 4.0. But in India, there's a lot of scope is still there. We have been doing it from last 4 years under a company name which is LiveWise Smart Solutions. I'll show you the products of that also. So people are now getting aware of it. The people in the HVAC systems, people in the machine tool system, people in the agriculture, I'm telling you, are going towards this industrial 4.0, and they want to taste it. They want to experience it. So what they are asking from us is, they are asking that, sir, this is our problem. This is our business problem. This is the thing that we are doing right now. And I want to want to see those particular data on the internet. I want to see those, all those parameters of my soil at that point of time. In case of the horticulture, they want to see all the parameter of their soil in the complete agricultural field on their mobile phone. They want to see that. So what we do is we propose them the solution. And now I'm telling you, until unless you understand what are the components which are there in the IoT, or what are the communication channels which are available, what are the protocols that you should follow, it will be very difficult for you to provide the solution. So you should have the knowledge of all the different possible things which is there. Because sometime you might be considering, say for example, you might be considering Wi-Fi. Now if we are talking about agricultural field in a remote area, so just consider this example. We are in a remote area where, like, if from like if on the right side 5 kilometers, on the left side 5 kilometers, there is nothing else, there is only greenery. So can you find the internet over there? It's next to impossible. So how I connect my that sensors which are there, the bunch of the sensors to the internet? How would I do it? So that's a question mark. Then if I connect it with the internet, say for example, you might have the idea about the GSM, the GPRS that we carry with us every time, the every day, like the mobile phone. In the mobile phone, generally in the remote areas, there is a GSM network which is coming. So what happens is, with the help of the GPRS module, you can actually connect that physical device in the agricultural field to the internet. Okay, but sometime it happens, it's very remote area where the GSM is also not there. That happens with us, that we reached to that particular point in that particular area where there was no GPRS connection was there. Our system, our mobile phone also was in the no network mode. So how again did, see there, that was their pain area. So they want the solution from us, that we want this field data to be monitored, because there is a lot of wastage which is happening. A lot of crop is getting rotten because of the, sometime it is very dry or sometime it is very wet. So we need to monitor it because this crop is very costly. So that was the problem. So we solved that problem with the help of one with latest wireless technology, which is LoRa technology, LoRa. And that's a wireless communication with the help of which the point to point communication you can achieve without any GPRS, without any Wi-Fi, at least 5 kilometer range you can have. So if you have one particular node at one point, and one node is at the 5 kilometer range, so you can send the data directly to that particular module. And so we have created a network. I'll show you that network. Just give me a second. I'll show you that. Sorry. Just a second. Okay. So we have created one solution, and that solution will give you the perfect idea. We have created a network of nodes. See this. So this was the solution that we have given to them, that we have created the nodes. So these are the nodes which were there on the field. This is known as the, say for example, node 1. This is my node 2, which is having multiple sensors like soil moisture sensor, soil humidity sensor, soil pressure sensor, soil temperature sensor. So which is collecting all the data of those field parameters, collecting it, converting it into packets, and then sending it to 5 kilometers away, this gateway. So they are directly sending the data where there is no GSM, there is no GPRS available. So they are sending data wirelessly via LoRa module, LoRa communication that we have shown over here. So this is one solution. And then this gateway was having a 4G LTE module, with the help of which we were connecting this gateway to the cloud server or the web server, that you can say. And then it is being connected to your application, that is your dashboard. You can open that dashboard. I'll show you that dashboard as well. So you can open that dashboard and you can see what is the current status of your soil at this point of time. So this is one solution wherein we have come up with a sorry, that there was one problem wherein the sensor connectivity was easy, it's not that difficult, but the major concern was there is no wireless communication, there is no mobile signal communication was there. So you cannot connect that complete area or that complete whole solution of soil with the internet. There was no source available. So we have proposed them this solution and they have installed this in that particular area, and it is being working fine there, no problem. So it's all about coming up with the the solution of the problem using the technology. So we have used the technology here. This is LoRa wireless communication, and brought that thing onto the table with different type of you can say network. So when the network is very large, so you have to select the routing protocols as well, wherein how your particular data will be hopped from one device to another device, and it should select the shortest path and should reach to the base station with the minimum energy loss. So this is the next level of R&D that you should go into, so that you can save the energy of these nodes, because these nodes are battery operated. So we claim that this battery will go till 8 months or 9 months. So this solution is already there. So how your new solution will be pitched to the client, or how the client will take up your that particular solution. So you will say your present solution is giving you the 8 month or 9 month of a battery backup, and our solution with the help of this optimization this can extend this up to 12 months or 16 months. So that kind of a solution you have to think of. So why I'm telling you this solution is, these are the things which are already there. These are the things the people have started doing it. So when you're getting into this industry, when you're trying to learn this particular domain, you should first solve this, means you should create the POCs, something like this, and think of the new solution. Because until unless you guys think of the new solution, it will be very difficult for you to cope up with the industry, because industry is ever changing. It's changing every 6 months, every 9 months. There is new module, there is new protocol, there is every day there is a new patch which is coming up. So you should first very swiftly you have to cope up with the technologies which are presently available, and after that you should think of certain more optimum solutions, because everybody wants to get the new technology, but not at the cost of the, you can say, the cost of you can say the expenses, or if it's not viable in terms of the long term benefits, so they will not be converting their present system into the new one until unless they will see certain kind of a benefits. So this is very very important. So this is one example of the agriculture, wherein we have converted the whole system with the help of the IoT. And this is one thing which is happening in the industry. Like every process, I'll show you one video which is of 4 minutes. This is another somebody else video, but that video is very informative. Because of that, I have taken that video for today's session, that you will get the complete awareness what are the things which is happening in the industry. See, sometimes it happens like we are only learning in the academics, we are going only in the college every day, and because of the pandemic, I'm telling you, I mean, you haven't seen the face of the college also in the last 1.5 years. So that's again a very big setback for the students, because they are not getting the chance of learning the new things every day when they go to the college, or when they have the chance of visiting any particular industry. So you will get the whole idea about what are the things which is happening importantly in the field of the industrial IoT. And I'm telling you, this particular industry is the complete compounded annual growth rate is very high, like more than 30% it's growing. And in the coming 2 to 3 years, there will be, I mean, still there is demand is very high, but supply of the good quality engineers who have this skill set is very less, very less. So there is a very high compensation you get if you have that skill set. Okay, so I'll show you that video. I mean, without wasting more of your time, I'll just show you that video. And so
increase the efficiency
yeah.
and serve customers in a better way. Though it serves as a great tool to build positive relations with customers and establish better market opportunities. Biz4 Intelia I solution in hospitality serves you with.
Okay, we'll go back again, because
Industrial Alliant Business Solution, which is mining solutions.
now see here. So if you talk about IoT, so IoT is being have like taken over all the domain of the industry right now. Like you can say the lot of products which are there for the healthcare, for mining, as well as for the water industry, for hospitality as well, oil, gas, transportation. One thing which is not mentioned over here is the manufacturing and then agriculture, that I've shown you the example. So right now this industry 4.0 is evolving, or doing the things of in any of the vertical of the industry is being changed, and they're doing everything in the smart way. You might have that experience whenever you visit to the doctor. These days doctor also have the tablet in their on their table, and they feed all the credentials of yours, and whatever prescriptions they are giving it to you, they will save it, and that becomes their database. So whenever you visit again, so they just put your name or your mobile number, and they'll see all your details, the past history. And after a certain period of time, what you'll see is they'll start predicting your health status. So you'll start getting the notification. So this is what the IoT is making things possible, that they are monitoring the patient by just collecting their data. They're just monitoring the patient like that. And let's see the
Gas industry solutions.
Yeah.
The wheels start with IoT and hospitality. Industrial IoT solution provided by Biz4 Intelia has centric systems implemented in the hospitality industry to increase the efficiency and serve customers in a better way. Though it serves as a great tool to build positive relations with customers and establish better market opportunities. Biz4 Intelia I solution in hospitality serves you with a complete guest room automation, smart predictive maintenance, room service improvements, smart and outstanding in-room features to stay ahead of competition consistently. And at last, smart solutions for building and logistics. Biz4 Intelia, a fully integrated
Now see
network
this one.
helps the mining industry to connect multiple devices, controllers, and sensors in a real-time manner. By implementing Biz4 Intelia IoT mining solution, you will get plant automation, equipment health check and predictive maintenance, maintain sustainable environment, smart asset remote tracking and management, and real-time tanker fleet tracking and management.
So here, if you see, this is again in the mining industry. What are the things which is happening with the help of the evolution of the industrial 4.0? The complete plant automation. So plant automation was already there. So what they have done is the plant automation and the monitoring on the web servers. Earlier it was happening on the SCADA systems, and now we have the predictive maintenance and the health check. So equipment itself are that much intelligent with the help of the different type of sensors available, that they understand, yes, if it's a power transformer, so what is the level of the oil which is there, what is the health status of that oil. With the help of the color and the viscosity, they can tell that this oil needs to be changed. They will generate the alarm on the web server, on the dashboard, that this particular power transformer oil needs to be changed. Otherwise, there can be a very big fault which can occur in that power transformer. So that kind of a predictive maintenance is possible with the help of the sensors data which is collected on the web server. So so this is the alarming as well, because in earlier like 4 to 5 years back, there were a lot of jobs of the maintenance engineers which are there. So sometime it happens, yeah, if I don't get the job anywhere, I'll get the job of the maintenance. So these components, these industrial appliances or the processes are getting completely automated. So the equipment, the apparatus doesn't require to be monitored manually. They have their own intelligent system which is getting which is basically telling the complete health parameter of those particular devices and the appliances on the server. So that maintenance job will be completely wiped off in another 4 to 5 years. So then what kind of job will be there? The job will be for the person who is actually utilizing their mind, the person who are actually using their mind to just solving the real problems which happens in the industry every day, and how to use the technology, the latest technology, to come up with a better solution or the smart solution. So this was one of the very simple example of the mining industry, wherein what they are doing, they are actually making everything uh, available on the mobile phone. And means for the CEOs or the CTOs of the organization, they can just simply open their dashboard and can see all the process happening in the real time, what is happening in the plant, what is happening in that in the specific area of the plant. This is how the smart industry is
And here
working.
comes the BIS4 IntelliZayat Smart Solutions for Oil and Gas Industry.
Now this is for
BIS4
the oil gas
Intellia
industry.
Industrial Light solution is improving the
So
provisional
this is the
efficiency
gateway.
of the oil and gas industry.
That's the
By
dashboard.
implement BIS4 Intellia I solution in your mining industry, you will get
Sending the
real-time
real-time data, field data to the dashboard.
end-to-end connected pipeline, timely health checks of installed devices, predictive analysis and preventive maintenance, fleet tracking and their management in real time, maintain sustainable environment, and remote asset tracking and management.
So this is the currently this is thing. These are the things which are happening. They are
BIS4
installing these kind of
Intellia
solutions
Industrial
every
Light
day, every
solution
year.
is revolutionizing the transportation and logistics industry using the real-time data collected from sensors. The real-time communication between interconnected devices ensures the effective management of freight and warehouse operations. By using our IAT solution, you
So now this is the example of transportation. You know, like if somebody is going from Delhi to Chennai via road, and there is a very expensive material is there in the truck. So people like who are sending their material, they also want their asset to be tracked completely from Delhi to Chennai. So that kind of a solution also being provided to the fleet management organization, or these courier companies, or that in the complete transportation you can have a secret GPS installed that can be monitoring your, you can say, the accuracy within the meters. The accuracy will be there, and it will be a battery operated system, and anytime till it reaches to the destination, you can see the status or the position of your asset which is there, which you're transporting from one point to another point. So that is again possible with the help of the industrial IoT revolution.
freight monitoring, get to know real-time and average speed,
See
track
this.
the location of vehicles in real time,
Yes.
get to know humidity and temperature, track the weight and pressure of vehicles during freight monitoring in real time.
So this is how they are just providing the hassle-free transportation from one point to
Our
another point. So
industrial
the user will also
solution
be
has made a
at very
huge
ease.
impact on water, irrigation industry. Predictive analytics from BIS4 Intellia solution has eradicated the major challenges in water management, like how much amount of water a particular city will consume the very next day, and a lot more. By using our top-notch IoT Industrial Alliance solution, you can control the flow of water remotely. You will have a full control over the valve
IoT water valve,
operations,
these are the solenoid
do
valves.
water quality testing, and control the water level as well.
So this is one solution that we are in talks with right now with one of the research oriented organization, wherein they require the complete analysis of how much water is being utilized right now per day in their irrigation system, and they want to optimize it. So we are in talks with by installing lot many solenoid valves which will be controlled via dashboard. So this is what the IoT water valve is. Whenever we want to switch on any specific solenoid valve, we will just press the button on the dashboard, and that particular area sprinkler will be on, and it will start pouring the water wherever it is required. So right now there are a lot of wastage is there, and with the help of the IoT solution, they first want to monitor their wastage, and then they want the solution ki how we can come up with a optimum network or the bunch of sensors so that they can optimize their wastage of the water. Because if they start saving the water, it will be a huge saving by the end of the year. So they are eyeing this kind of a solution. So this is again a very important thing. So I'm telling you guys, first you need to understand the pain areas. So when you talk to the bigger management of the industry, every industry is having a pain area where some might be wasting X amount in any kind of any other product. Some might be wasting Y amount in any different type of a product. So with the help of the technology and the different type of products and the sensors available, you just collect those and then provide them certain kind of a solution. So this is where the engineering mind is required. See, for maintenance, there is no engineering which is required. For any kind of a tech support, there is no engineering mind which is required. But for providing the solution, the engineering mind is required. So you have to learn the technology. You have to learn the technology or the concept in your academics in such a way that in the later stages, you can start utilizing that skill set in providing or making the things easier in the industry. Then I'm telling you, there is no looking back. I mean, you can ask for any compensation, you will get it, because these type of people are very less in the industry who are ready to provide solution of any kind right away whenever they are sitting in front of any big management of any big organization. But they'll tell you their pain area. But why they should tell you? Because until unless you provide them the good solution. So that is very important. So this was about the water.
By adopting our smart irrigation solution, you will have a better control over the internal processes and, as a result, will lower production risks. To know more about us, visit
Okay.
our website.
So this was about this thing. I'll show you one more product, which is a simple energy monitoring device, and that makes the life easier in terms of if you want to understand what are your different consumption of your large motors. So if there is a large motor available with me and I really want to monitor that, how much energy it is being consumed by that motor. So this is a small smart plug which we have which can be directly plugged onto any electrical device, and then it will start sending you all the parameters, the electrical parameters of that. So this is known as the simple energy monitoring smart plug which is there. So it's again innovative product. There are a lot many solutions available online which are giving the solution based on Wi-Fi, but this is based on the GSM LTE network. That means it can be easily installed in the remote areas as well, and it can start sending you the electrical parameters on the dashboard right away. So guys, this was the brief of the industrial IoT which is happening. Now I really want to ask, I really want to have your questions so that I can give you the answers of whatever query that you have related to IoT or whatever, like which I have told you in the half an hour. So if you want to ask me any question, you can, you're free to ask anything.
Okay, you can write the question in your chat. Chat is enabled now. So anyone asked to question, you can write in the chat.
Okay, that's a good question, Nidhi. The first question is, what are the various platforms like AWS Cloud where we can observe the readings? Very good question. I was supposed to show you that as well. Okay, now say for example, being into non-computer sciences or uh, IT background. Say for example, I'm from electronics, electric. I got the questions are direct question. So there are 2 or 3 platforms available. Few are free of cost, few are with some cost. So I'll show you those particular platforms so you will get a better idea. I mean, this is for everyone. Just see this. One is ThinkSpeak. And another one is that I really wanted to show you. I don't know how do I forgot that. UBI dots. So these are the IoT platforms available wherein you can create your own dashboards with the help of the MQTT protocol. You can send the data on these dashboards. See this. So can you see these parameters? These are the status which is there. Generator 1, generator 2. So these are the you can say this is for one machine dashboard which I'm showing you over here. So there are multiple dashboards which are available. I'll show it to you here. So these are the different dashboards. I think we might not see the values, but you can see the built dashboard which is there. You can see this is the voltage, current, switch, energy consumed, power, map. So these are the different dashboards in the UBI dots that you can have. And in parallel, there is a IoT analytics thinkspeak.com that's completely free of cost. And your any temperature, humidity sensor, you can connect with your ThinkSpeak and you can analyze your data. So these are the two. Now, say for example, I really don't want to use both these UBI dots and ThinkSpeak. I don't want to use it. So I really want to show you one particular video in that was just my student project only. Just see this. There is a tool available that is Node-RED. So if we don't have any kind of a skill set, you can just simply use Node-RED, and with the help of no coding, you can generate a very nice dashboard. So it's a just drag and drop kind of a programming concept which are available, and with the help of which I just see here there is a temperature sensor which is connected, there is a humidity sensor, there is a H index, that is heat index sensor, and then there are 3 more sensors available, which is pressure, person detector, light detector, and gas detector. And there's a related UI which is there of that Node-RED, and you can simply just see this. So you can simply have the real-time data of your sensor which is connected with your Arduino or Node MC or Raspberry Pi, and you can show it on the Node-RED dashboard here like this. So that's the ease available in the Node-RED. So if we are a newbie or we are just a beginner, you can just start with the Node-RED. Okay, so I hope I have answered, Nidhi. For Marvin have written this. I will like to know about which sensor can be used in industrial plants. Okay, see, for the POC purpose, you can use any sensor which are easily available online, right? But for the industrial sensors, for each and every, like whether it's a temperature sensor, whether it's a humidity sensor, there are industrial grade sensors are also available. Now, what is the difference between a normal sensor, which is cheaper, and industrial sensor, which is costlier? So, see, both are giving you the readings of temperature, but at what accuracy? So, if their accuracy is 0.01%, that means it's an industrial grade sensor. If that IP rating matlab, that means how much immersions of the water it can retain. That means in the harsh condition also it can work. That is basically the IP rating. So what kind of IP rating is there? And then in the industry, the rating of the voltage is like 24 volt DC or 120 volt AC. So what kind of voltage rating that sensor is basically having? So that makes the simple sensor also a industrial sensor if it is following the norms of your industry. Otherwise, both will give you the same output. So I hope I have answered the Marvin question. Can I? Okay, so we have a question from Mukhtar as well. How can I efficiently use IoT in precision agriculture? See, this is a specific domain question. So what you can do is, first you have to identify like what kind of precision you're looking for, and then you have to think over. We are providing the solution right now in such a way that there should not be a wastage, there should not be a kind of a you can say rottening of the crops. So there are a lot of solutions available with the help of which you can monitor your crops 24/7, so that there should not be any wastage. So we have to think over the problem first, and then we have to come up with a solution. So it requires a bit of R&D, Mukhtar. Yes, we can observe the real-time readings with the Node-RED, Nidhi. And for you, like to start with, this Node-RED would be the best solution. Mario have asked one question. For beer line production on IoT, we have to be aware of cyber security. So my question is, how safe we are on Industry 4.0? Yes, this is a very good question, Mario. First thing is for the beer line production also, right now we don't have the example, but for the bottling industry, we have the example. So you can anytime, like there are level sensors which make sure that this amount is being filled in that particular bottle, and there's a checking of the bottle whether this bottle is completely intact, there is no crack or something like that which is there in the bottle. So there are different type of sensors which are available, which make sure that the bottle is completely perfect, and it is filled with the designated amount of milliliter which is assigned to it. So this is one thing. And cyber security is one of the another area which is booming with this Internet of Things. So we have different cryptographic algorithms with the help of which we provide the encryption while sending the data, and then after receiving it we decrypt the data, and then we display it onto the dashboard. So with the proper encryption and decryption, you can make sure that there is no problem which should be there in transmitting your data, because that's completely encrypted. So Ashish have asked the question, which microcontroller is suggestible for sensor interface? See, I've already been suggested that that Node MCU will be very good for you to start with, because Node MCU has an inbuilt Wi-Fi, so that you can collect the sensor data, and you don't require an extra Wi-Fi module with it. With the help of the inbuilt Wi-Fi which is there in Node MCU, you can directly just write the credentials of the router, and you can connect that thing to the internet. So that will be good for you, Ashish, to start with the Node MCU. For the Industry 5.0, yes, there is 5G which is coming up, and with the help of which you will see a lot of revolution in another 5 to 6 years. So SRES Temam, that's a very complicated name. Sorry if I pronounce this wrong. See, Industry 5.0 is also coming up. That will be like in another 10 years, we would say. So there's 5G which is coming up, and a lot of other research is being going on. So I'm telling you, it will be we are going towards the world of internet. And in the coming future, whatever you see in the movies, I'm telling you, the fascinating, the sci-fi movies that you see, you will see everything in the real. Very soon you will see everything in the real. So are we ready to grasp that kind of a knowledge? Or I mean, not as a consumer I'm talking about as an engineer, because we are supposed to use those kind of a solution and then provide it in a better way. So it's up to us, like how we are perceiving that kind of a changes which is happening, and then we should use it. Okay, then it's correct. If I pronounce your name correctly, then it's fine. Thank you. Okay, guys, I hope I have answered all your questions. So thank you so much. It's been very nice to connect with you all. And like if you need more help of mine in terms of like coming up with different solution or coming up with the different sort of IoT solution or machine learning or data science, you can anytime contact me. My contact details, I think, I hope I have given it to you. No? Okay. Pradeep sir, can I share my contact details with all of the students?
Yeah, you can share.
Okay, okay, thank you. So guys, I'm just writing down my contact details in front of you. So what you can do is vdurrani@gmail.com. That's my mail ID. And then my mobile number.
The time out and coming on board with us. Before we sign off, there is a slide in this line of capacity building. CDAC Patna will be starting 2 courses under level 8 courses running across the nation. The courses are online PG diploma in AI and IoT. Registrations are open and you can visit acts.cdac.in for more details. So we'll be calling off the meeting now. Thank you so much everyone for coming and participating.